Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for a returning show, not quite a new show. We have a new season of Demon Slayer out. This is the Hashira training arc, episode 1. It's going to be an extended one here, so we're going to be here for a bit longer, but as usual with the first episode for Demon Slayer. But yeah, I think I said this during the last season, but I'm done saying season numbers. I'm just going to refer to it as Hashira training arc and then the episode number because of the fact that just everywhere calls it a different season. Like, I think I looked in 3 different places, and some people call it season 4, some people call it season 5, and I think I might have even seen season 6 somewhere, it's saying. So I have no idea what's going on with the season numbers. I haven't for multiple seasons now. So for me, it's just Demon Slayer Hashira training arc episode 1. So yeah, some crazy stuff in the last season where we had Nezuko, who was like using all of her brain power and demon power in order to make herself like transform herself to be able to exist in the sun, and that's why she couldn't talk, because she kind of like made all of her bodily functions like very limited. That's why she sleeps a lot and all that. Maybe that's why like sometimes she has really good regeneration, but sometimes like it's a little slower. Like maybe if she doesn't need regeneration very much, if it's not a dire situation, she just limited that too, just putting everything she can. But Muzan's aware of it, and this is all he cares about. He doesn't even care that 2 of his, I almost called them Hashira, 2 of his upper 6 have fallen. As long as he can get his hands on Nezuko, consume her, be able to walk in the sun, and then he has everything he wants. He's all-powerful, and he can be out in the sun, because he's ashamed that he cannot exist there. Very cool stuff. Tamayo seemed to have figured it out before it happened and sent a message, but by the time she figured it out, it did happen, so, but that was pretty cool. Anyway, let's get started, shall we? We are going to start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Ooh, baby. By the way, this is, I'm not watching this as it's airing, obviously, as you can tell, so you'll have access to 2 episodes ahead of time on my Patreon through early access. Sometimes I watch this one right when it comes out. This time, unfortunately, My Hero came out first, but Jujutsu Kaisen just ended. So I was able to replace this with something of my choice, because that's a slot I choose. Anyway, let's watch the show. Okay. We got a bunch of Hashira here. Nope. Trying to get away. Or are they just... Did they get here before him? And he's just headed back. Looks like he might just be headed back. This looks like Demon Lackey number 1. But I could be wrong. Maybe he's strong. Oh, they are not in a rush. But I guess it's probably bad to run headlong into something you don't know. Oh, shit. That's a cool panning shot to show us all the hidden demons. Oh, save him, Hashiras! Oh, Snake did that, right? Yeah, that seemed very snake-like. Nice. Jeez. Is there a big daddy here? Some important figure? Damn. Green, huh? I mean, I've seen wind represented as green before. It's pretty cool. Serpent breathing. His, it's pretty crazy. I don't even know what he just did, really, you know? Because it didn't seem like he was close enough, right, to actually hit him with a sword, which is usually all they're doing. The visuals are just the forms, right? There wasn't actually a magical snake there that did that. But he was, like, still coming from behind the Wind Hashira and seemed to have taken them all out. But cool regardless. I've always had, like, some little bit of questions with the power system, but it's cool to see. Anyway, oh my god, what are those? Are those demons? What I was also gonna say is it reminds me a lot of the Love Hashira. Oh shoot, I can't remember her name, I apologize. But, and he seems to kind of like her, because last season he gave her, like, leggings or something and seemed to be, like, real nervous around her. And they both have kind of, like, whip-like abilities. Granted, her sword is actually a whip, whereas his form just looks like a whip. Jeez. Nice. This show's always so good looking. Oh shit, they're jumping into the Infinity Castle. That's not good. We've seen some messed up looking demons, but there's so many that typically look human. Well, are they gonna get ejected? Yep. Wow, so that guy was important enough to be saved, huh? I can't imagine Muzan really cares, but maybe he's just... maybe he needs an army to go after Nezuko. Cool. Alright. Because he seems to barely care about his upper ranks, let alone, like, some of those lower rank ones. Oh, man. You guys are gonna have to give me a few to get used to, names again. I can't remember her name either. I have them all, they're all in my notes, I could go find it, I want to watch the show and not just scroll through notes, but maybe I could find it. I also have no idea where it would be. I like how we're still getting credits, like, 10 minutes in. Oh, okay. Canal. They can just tell me the name, and I can write it down again. Kanroji, that was her name from last season. That was one of the other names I was trying to find a second ago. Yeah, that's probably why he has them all. That was my guess. Hashira training arc. I can't remember her name. She was... What season was that? Just some crazy shit went down, man. Miss Love. Oh. Giving all of us the little recap of what's been going on. Man, was all that in season 1? Sorry, I've been trying to find, Oh, I actually have them all written down here. She was the insect Hashira, right? Shinobu. There we go. That's crazy. I didn't realize that, like, the spider stuff with Shinobu and everything, I think all that happened in season 1. I think it was, like, the second half. It was, like, a 24-episode season. It just felt like it was, like... I think that's what gets confusing. I think some people count that as, like, season 2. I actually have all the Hashira's names. Tokito. As it tells me the name now. Gyu. He's too sick, maybe. Oh, look at it. Look at... I've never noticed Igoro's sword. The Serpent Hashira. It actually is, like, wiggly. How do you pull that out of the freaking sheath? Yep. Do they know about it? What is that bird doing? Okay. They want to learn. Okay. I guess that makes sense. Oh. So maybe because of Tanjiro, others are unlocking it then? Interesting. Tanjiro, right? Well, they're gonna do the same thing. Like the same thing Tanjiro said. Yep. Pretty much the same thing. Huh? Tanjiro type. Okay. I mean, it seems like a lot of the times it's an extreme danger scenario, right? I wonder if they can induce it. I mean, this is the Hashira training arc, right? Can they induce it through training? I'm glad they're finally addressing this, though. Hmm. Tanjiro talked about how he's better when he lets his body temperature rise, right? Hmm. So he felt the same. Yeah, how do you induce your heart rate to increase? I mean, maybe through breathing techniques, but end up like the master, maybe? Have to fight, maybe? I mean, I think they all plan on fighting anyway. Why you no tell? Why you skip? Why you no say the thing? Oh, Gyu. Always with the loner technique. Hmm. Maybe he can induce the mark at will? Or... Hmm. Shit. What did he do? Damn it, I wish I knew what the big deal was. Why did we get to see what they say? I wish I could just eat a ton. Uh-oh. Is he back? Zenitsu. Oh boy. And now it shall begin, I'm guessing. Oh, I thought Nezuko was gonna come out too. Oh, well, it's gonna start anyway. Where's our other boy? Is he gonna be coming back too? She's out in the sun. There it is. Oh my god. Oh no, he doesn't even know the right name! No! Or is Inosuke, like, behind him? I couldn't remember his name and I was so mad I was trying to find it in my notes and then they said it for me once again. Damn it. I always forget Inosuke's name, even though I freaking love him. You're not done eating yet? I will say, eating that much food without, like, the repercussions of weight gain would be awesome, but at the same time, sometimes there's other things I want to do, and I'm like, oh crap, I'm hungry, I gotta eat. Like, even though I enjoy what I'm eating, it's like, I can't imagine how long it takes. I'm a slow eater, too. Oh, my friends make fun of me all the time. I eat slow as hell. Hey. And is it on the new blade? Is he tired from working on it, or is he... or black? Nice. Looks pretty cool. Hmm. Nice. Sumimasen! It's like he's kissing him. Oh, he's swirling his cheek around. I hated it. I hated that. Bye, Hanagatsu. I probably just butchered your name. But that's fine. Oh! I know that voice. Yep. I instantly heard Bakugo again. And there's Inosuke. There's just chaos in here. I like that Genya's, like, the way he was when the show started, where he was just this angry boy. I love the development for him. Yeah. Probably smart to start soon. I guess they have, like, demons to fight and stuff like that, so... I was gonna say, like, what else do you plan on doing? But... they do other things. They should take her there, maybe? Where they're training? Or they're just gonna train everybody. Retired Hashira. We know one, right? Oh, I can't even remember his name. We haven't seen him since season 1, right? I think they said he's a retired Hashira. The one that taught Tanjiro in the beginning. And taught Tomioka, right? I think. He taught Tomioka, I believe so. That's why they both use water breathing. It's like Ukitake or something like that. I don't know. They'll remind me when we see him again, I suppose. I wonder if the voice actor for Zenitsu enjoys his role or if he dreads whenever a new season of the show starts. Because he's like, I have to break my throat again. Yeah. Because that would just be too OP. He has teeth mark on his head. Seems like it has. Oh, Zenitsu. You are a character. I like him. He's just a little much sometimes. I don't hate him as much as I did in Season 1. Oh, shit! Fuck yeah, dude. Is he one of the retired ones that's going to be coming back to train? Although it looks like he's already training. Hey, the wise. Oh, all the food. Nice. Damn, look at all that. Man, I can't just eat. Yeah. When I'm, like, exhausted like that, there's no way I'm eating, like... to the next Hashira, so they're kind of, like, going through all the Hashira in, like, a rotation, or the previous Hashira. I like the idea of trying to raise up everyone. Flexibility training from hell. Oh, okay, so... there'll be no end to it. Maybe we won't be seeing the guy, considering we just got a rundown of all the training. Just beat the shit out of everyone. Oh no! I don't want to know what she was spreading. Just exactly what Tengen said, just deadpan face while insulting them. I also like that it seems like we're speeding through it for the most part. I was worried by it being called the Hashira training arc that we'd be spending a lot of it training, but I have faith in the show that whatever it is going to be good. To be fair, the Swordsmith Village arc, you could think they're just going to be in a village, and then it turned into crazy, so... Oh. I wonder what's going on with him. Did the master send the note to Tanjiro because he thinks Tanjiro might be able to get through to him? Oh, look at his hands. Yeah. Man, I'd love to get, like, a whole backstory arc on him and everything. And her eyes are, like, creepily hypnotizing, right? Just like, I always just stare at her eyes, like, even if it's like an emotional or tender or whatever moment, I'm just like, man, she looks kind of creepy with those eyes, right? Same with the kids. They look like they should be in The Shining or something. Standing at the end of a hallway, looking at me. Tamayo? Oh. That is a hell of a voice for a crow. Is that Muzan talking through the bird? Kind of reminds me of his voice a little bit, but... Okay. Never mind. Hmm. I am a mere crow. I love like how he says that speaking like perfect Japanese. It's like kind of creepy. Creepy eyes. Yeah, Shinobu. Ah. Okay. That would be terrifying. Oh. Alright. That was a good first episode. We didn't get really, I mean, other than seeing the Infinity Castle taking some demons in, we didn't see any update on Muzan and their side of things. Like, a lot of the times when we have these first episodes, we have like half of it being our characters and then the other half or a portion of it being Muzan and what they're up to and everything. But I wonder if this is going to be the opening. Ooh. All the forms he's taken. Cool. Drawing those parallels again. I want to know more about that. Because they teased, like, somehow the Master being a part of, like, the same bloodline or something of him. I don't know. Or he said, like, Muzan is a stain on my bloodline or whatever, right? So either it's shame that his bloodline hasn't been able to defeat Muzan yet, or it's a shame on the, like, shame because it was a part of his bloodline, but alright. There is like 6 minutes left for some reason for me, but we're getting credits. I'm assuming there's nothing after. I'm gonna skip through, so we're gonna be oh. Okay. You know what? I'll leave it, since there's imagery. I'm gonna keep going with it, but I'm just gonna start talking about the episode instead of, like, stopping it, so. But yeah, okay, we had that, the beginning bit, which was kind of some nice action and everything to help us out, because, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm fine with episodes like this, but I know some people aren't, where it's, like, a little slower, a little bit of setup, and especially when you have, like, a 50-minute episode, like, you want some things to, like, kind of excite the audience and all that, but yeah, having that beginning sequence where we saw the Hashira just slaughtering a bunch of demons, it was really cool because a lot of the times we don't get to see the Hashira taking out, like, just normal demons. They're always taking out super strong demons and stuff like that. So it's like, how strong are they really? Like, those demons they took out probably would have been a problem for Tanjiro a few seasons ago, right? And that amount of them would probably still be a problem for Tanjiro, maybe. But they just mowed them down so easily, like, without even really trying, so that was a cool sequence, and I like the panning shot of seeing all the demons around them, and it was visually great, so I enjoyed all that. We did spend a lot of time kind of recapping last season and what happened, and like filling, like they showed the recap in a way of kind of filling everyone in, and now, you know, the whole Demon Slayer Corps, all the Hashira and everything seem to be in the loop of what happened last season, and we had that talk about the mark, which I'll get into as well. But filling them all in, everything, what's going on with Nezuko and all that. So it was definitely a fruitful episode, and I think it did get a lot of that stuff out of the way, and now it even showed like some montages of the training. So I even think they could just do like a little bit more of the training if they wanted to, and then see, I don't. Oh, okay, we do have a yeah, Taisho secret still. Okay. Oh. That boy. I guess I'm glad I left it going. Okay. She's compassionate. That's the secret. Alrighty, that is it, guys, for episode 1. But yeah, awesome. Um, Basically, I was saying that this episode did a good job of setting everything up, whereas I feel like shit could go down next episode, and I feel like we wouldn't have missed out, like, because I do like having episodes like this where it's like what they usually do is they run the previous season all the way up until the final episode, and the final episode's always like crazy, and then they wait until the first episode of the next season to do like the aftermath, whereas some shows they'll do the second to last episode is like the big battle finale and everything, and then the last episode is the aftermath. So that's kind of just what this is. It does fit the typical profile of what these first episodes are for Demon Slayer. But the mark, I want to talk a little bit about that because finally we spoke about it. It's been something we've seen Tanjiro have the mark, we've seen it grow, and now we've seen other people get the mark, and we're finally talking about it. It dates back to the first breathing technique user and everything, and he seemed to have had the mark, and the only thing they really know about it is that those close to the first person that develops it also develop it as well. So it's I guess it's kind of like I don't know why this is coming into my mind, but it's Kuroko no Basket. If you guys know that basketball anime, one of the characters, well, I guess pretty much the main character in there is kind of like a support where he sets other people up to succeed. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Tanjiro is like a support, he can hold his own in a fight, but it's kind of like that where because Tanjiro is around, other people get like this motivated boost or something. I wonder if it's something more mystical or if it is actually just something where people are like trying harder around him. I don't know. Because like Tanjiro wasn't even really near. Granted, some of the things Tanjiro said to him was like in his mind during that fight, right? So maybe that had to do with it, but like physically they were separated when Tokito developed the mark. So I don't know. It's and did the mark show up on Kanroji when after Tanjiro had already taken off like into the woods to go after the main body? I think it might have. So it seems like extreme situations, but I don't know what the connection is between like Tanjiro and why like it starts spreading to people around him. Like I don't know if it's just something magical or what, but it certainly is interesting, and I'm really glad it's addressed because it kept happening, and I was like, what is it? What do we like? But I mean, for the most part, it's still mostly a mystery. Most of our characters just don't really know what it is, but they're going off the little notes that we have. I wonder if it's possible to learn more about it, seeing as it's very possible that first breathing technique user could be a demon, because the looks like the same guy is one of the upper ranks as well. So either that or some kind of like descendant of his, or like a brother or something that looks very similar, and one was good and one was evil or something. I don't know, but maybe he'd be able to say more about it if it is him, the original guy from all those years ago. So, but I'm sure there'll be things to learn, or maybe Muzan knows more about it, or something, and when he sees like all the Hashira using it, he'll be like, oh my god, they all learned how to wield the mark of Cain. I don't know. But But yeah, just glad they talked about it for the most part. I'm glad our boys are back too, Inosuke and Zenitsu. It's great to see them again. They were out pretty much all of last season, so I do hope that they are around this time, because as annoying as Zenitsu can be sometimes, I do like his character. And then I just genuinely like Inosuke as a character too. He's fun. So we'll have to wait and see if they do stick around, which I'm sure they will, since it is training the whole Demon Slayer Corps, right? So they should be a part of that. And I think Tanjiro even mentioned this episode when you're training with the Hashira, right? And stuff like that, he said. So that means he'll be sticking around to train. But yeah, and right at the end there, we had Tamayo being summoned to Demon Slayer headquarters in order to collaborate in research with Shinobu, which, I mean, it makes sense. At this point, they've accepted Nezuko as a good demon, so I think really, like, Nezuko being accepted there definitely paved the way for Tamayo to be accepted there, and I think they see the good that she's doing, and they've probably watched her for a long time to make sure she's not hurting people. They probably know that she's not hurting people, like, so it's a all hands on deck kind of situation, right? With Muzan building this army in order to go after Nezuko. Whatever they can have in their demon killing or curing or whatever arsenal, whatever they can do, will help. So I like that development. Tamayo's been kind of MIA, except for a few glances every now and then for a long time. So bringing some of these back is really cool. So yeah, I don't really have much more to say. A lot of the episode was just kind of that recouping, building up, and getting ready for things to come. And I'm looking forward to what seems to be another great season. Right? I imagine it'll be great. Like I said, worried just because it's called Hashira Training Arc. It's like, this whole arc isn't going to be training, is it? But I have faith that the show will have something good, and I'm sure there's going to be some kind of attack that happens during the training, and we get a fight or something. So, but yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to see more. Link is in the description below. I mentioned it earlier where you can get 2 episodes ahead of time right now. On there. There's also my Patreon show tier where you can get access to things that aren't even released yet, like Freerun I'm watching on there for anime. The rest of Symphogear is on there, and then I'm also watching, or I finished Last of Us, and I'm about to finish Stranger Things season, I think season 3 and 4 are on there, so check that out if you're interested. All kinds of extra content. A link should be popping up on the screen as well, and I will see you guys in my future reactions. Bye-bye.